Proving that evolution is a hoax with a deck of cards. Let's start with a deck of cards. If you mindlessly shuffle a deck of cards, how long would it take you to shuffle every combination with one deck of cards? Look it up. I just read an article where it's a number so great that it would take longer than the estimated age of the universe to shuffle every combination. So what's the point? The point is that things that are in random order remain in a random order until there is some kind of intelligence to put things in order. You can easily put a shuffled deck of cards into the original order in a few minutes, but you will never do it mindlessly shuffling cards. If it's impossible within the estimated age of the universe to shuffle every combination of a deck of cards to get them back in the order in which they came out of the box, what is the possibility of shuffling random elements together in the primordial soup and have them order themselves into a viable organism? It didn't happen, and it's not going to happen. The fact of the matter is that ever since the theory of evolution was introduced, there have been scientists that have been trying to create life in the laboratory. After more than 100 years of trying, scientists have still not been able to make a strand of DNA, let alone a viable organism. So far, they've not been able to create life, nor can they bring organisms back to life. They've killed bacteria and tried to bring it back to life, and they have not been able to do it. The whole idea behind evolution is that, given enough time, anything is possible. But if the allotted time is less than the possibility of something happening, it didn't happen that way. If starting evolution did not happen, the rest of evolution didn't happen either. And if man in his wisdom has not been able to create life in the laboratory, what makes him think that life came about without some kind of intelligence greater than human intelligence to do it? So, what do we call the higher intelligence? You can call it whatever you want, and every language has its own word for the higher intelligence. In English, we say the word God. To say there is no God, higher intelligence than human intelligence, is to say that human intelligence is the highest intelligence, and therefore, man is the creator of the universe. But how could that be? If man's intelligence has not been able to create even one viable organism, how is it possible that man created everything? It takes intelligence to create things, and it takes intelligence greater than human intelligence to create everything. There is God who created everything. The real quest of science should be to find that God. Without knowing God, one will never know the truth of all things. Our link to knowing God is the Son of God, Yeshua the Messiah. Yeshua of the New Testament is the Messiah. He is the way, the truth, and the life. If you want to know the truth of all things, get to know Him. It's the only way.